In this video, we're going to be playing the top 10 RPGs of 2024. Yeah, that's right. We're doing this a little early this year because RPGs have been blowing up a lot more recently. With that comes more RPGs to take a look at and probably some games that you probably haven't seen like ever. So that being said, enjoy the video and let me know what you guys think. Hey everyone, this is Beans here back from another video. This video is going to go over the top 10 RPGs of 2024. Yes, that's right. After, I think, 6 months, RPGs have blown up. I started blowing up a lot more recently. Been getting a lot more visits and been getting a lot more traction to RPGs, especially old ones such as Legend of Zominus, Infinity RPG, and even Fight the Monsters. So, that being said, if you guys are new to the channel and you post or comment like this, then please be sure to subscribe, like, and turn on bells on the channel. But you also know this video. That being said, let's up right into it. Starting things off at number 10 is the game made by Darren Wolf, the person who made, I think, Attack of the Aliens. I don't know. Well, anyways, Xenophobia. Xenophobia is made, of course, made with our son's V2 kit and not Orion's kit, which is I find surprising, but nonetheless, I find it still worth it. So I've been suggesting this game, and when I first played it, and when I first played it, and of course, when I first played and more of the other games was like, yeah, this game is worth it, but was it? When I first saw the game, I was like, yeah, this game is great. Because this game has a lot of stuff that you probably don't see, many RPGs have. And just keep in mind, this game was not made with Orion's RPG kit, so he basically had this into himself, so yeah, it basically has a lot more stuff here. I did play a bit of it, but I still haven't gone some of it, but from what I've seen from most of his streams, he's been streaming on Discord server and voice chat and spoilers, sneak peeks, and server. You can tell that this game is pretty damn insane. So you can tell. So this game has it has a couple of worlds. I've seen it. It has a lab world. And I thought for a starter, I just gotta say it's a good game for a start. So. I like things, so anyways, let's go ahead and see if I can actually kill him. Oh, okay, there he goes, he's dead. So yeah, what do I like about this game so far? Personally, the game I like so far is the fact that it shows it's different than many other RPGs you find every day with Perason Stars V2 kit. It was released I think it was released earlier, I think in 2024. Let me take a look. It was actually released 3 months ago, February 2024, and it isn't even close to. I think it currently has only 200 visits. So 200 visits and this much good style. Clearly, it's very underrated. So. If you guys want to have a look at this cool RPG, then feel free to check it out for yourself. But until then, we're just going to go ahead and head to the next one. Actually, I think we can beat the boss. So, the boss, I kind of want to try the boss before we leave, but I'm not sure the boss probably might be hard despite it. So, yeah. It's also cool, and it's also like a cool loadout too. Actually, I think what I should do is go to this guy and see if I can get the shot. So I have to be level 6 in order to go to that guy. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I should do this considering this guy. I'm actually gonna see if I can. Yeah, so I'm not sure. This game is so I personally, the style is amazing. I really love how they did the whole atmosphere and everything. Like, personally, in my opinion. I know not everyone's gonna say the same thing, but personally, I'd say it looks amazing, so that's all I'm going to say for now. However, though, one thing I can say, though, is that you should totally take a look at this game when you get a chance. It's a really good game. Like, seriously. Probably one of the most underrated RPG games you will find to this date. And as much as... And you gotta believe on this, because this game, you can clearly tell this game has had a lot of... has a lot of content in it, but not that much players, so that clearly is something wrong. There's clearly something wrong with that, so yeah. And then we got down drops too, so yeah, I personally think this game is worth looking into when you guys have the chance. So that's basically Xenophobia for you. That being said, let's hop right into number 9. Coming in at number 9 is Rexo World RPG. Well, I'm at level 9. That is absolutely funny. I, this is the number 9. This is the 9th part to top. This is the number 9 RPG, and I'm at level 9. Who would have thought? Okay, so basically this game has something that you guys may not expect. So basically, Rexo World RPG is a great game because it has different types of stuff, and personally, I feel like this game deserves more than it's bargained for, honestly. Reason why I say that is because there's a lot more stuff than it has. There's not that much content, but the stuff that it has, such as let's see here, pets and buddies and other types of stuff here, it's pretty interesting. So what do we have? So basically we have there are lots of different stuff here. We basically got swords. We also got like the designs remind me of Voxel Blade, or more so actually, it reminds me of Voxel Blade and many RPGs, Meldor. I can tell, but oh, no kidding, because literally all of this was inspired by Voxel Blade and Perason Stars, Pilgrim to Meldor. All right, well that's new. Oh, should have seen that one coming, because since it looks like it was inspired by Voxel Blade. But basically, this game, you can tell, has a lot of stuff, doesn't have that much content, but still is actually worth looking into. So we got the barren lands and the tundra, clearly. So it looks like they did a map revamp ever since I last left off here. So they've been wanting me to review this RPG for a while now, and personally, with it being number 9, I personally call it a pretty good RPG. However, there are many other RPGs that are kind of a bit better than this, but I will say one thing though. These RPGs totally do look. This RPG looks amazing for what it's worth and what it's trying to promote. And with its loads of styles and pretty much everything you have here, so I find it really worth looking into if you guys want to have something to play while you guys are bored and doing other stuff. So there's also something else they have here, which I think is a cool ass feature. Basically, they have summon mobs. So basically, you do this, boom, you have yourself a pet here, a friendly summon, which I absolutely find adorable and absolutely amazing. Like, you can seriously, you can literally go ahead and kill these mobs with their help. Like, look at that. Like, you see that? These guys can attack mobs for you, which I absolutely find amazing. So, I'd say this game is really worth looking into, and I think if you guys did play this game, you guys will have a lot of fun with its different types of abilities, abilities, summons, and a lot more, honestly. So yeah, totally worth looking into. I know I haven't gone into the full game, but personally, from a starter's perspective, I will say it's a good game. I'm planning to do a review on this later, since a lot of people have been asking me to do a review on this and want to give me my thoughts, which I'm surprised people actually want to know my thoughts, which actually I should have known earlier. But well, anyways, that being said, hopefully number 9 works. Hopefully this will give you a good reason. That's why I picked number 9. It's not a bad thing that's a little bit lower on the list. It's actually I personally think it's fair. It's not a bad thing. I just think it's normal. It's normal, but it's a lot more better than the RPGs you see every day. Plus, this is one RPG that will grow up this year. So, congrats to the people at Voxel Blade. It's a lot more different. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on to number 8. Moving on to number 8 is Sovia RPG. Now, I didn't say Shadovas because Shadovas has been around for a lot longer, but has been around since 2022, but we're talking about Sovia, aka the revamp of Shadovis, which I personally don't get why they basically just removed this game, or I'm not sure why they kind of got rid of the game. They simply just forgot it. So that being said, let's just go ahead and hop right on it. So. But yeah, anyways, Sovia is basically the revamped version or the relook of Shadovis, and I think the people behind this game kind of it looks to me that the people behind this game kind of forgot it existed and moved on to Shadovis apparently. I'm not sure if people are working on this game still. If not, then that kind of sucks, but nonetheless you get what you get. So yeah. Anyway, Shadovia has a lot of things that Shadovia has a lot of things that Shadovia doesn't have. For example, what they don't have is that they have a different combat, so they have a more advanced combat. They basically have a more advanced combat system with a lot more things to look forward to, and all that stuff. And personally, I would say this game is worth looking into if you are wanting to play the game like Shadowvis. I personally think that this game is totally. I think when it first came out, when Shadowvis first came out, people were really happy. They were kind of happy. The design really wasn't worth it. But what I would say though is what made up for the design was the abilities, the scripting, and just the coding in general. Like, for example, like, you got different types of mob types, like, you get different types of mobs, you got different types of other people as well, and you also got different types of systems as well. Like, for example, this does, like, for example, I didn't notice today's combat system. There also are quests here, and there are also many other types, too. I will say the game is still kind of hard, still trying to get used to it. However, though, if you still want to get used to this game, then I think this game is a totally recommend if you guys want to have a. I think this game is totally a must play if you want to. I totally think this game is a must play if you are looking to play a game like that. So, and though I think the game is kind of bugged a bit right now. Let me take a look real quick. Oh wait, hand. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm not sure why that was not working somehow. Oh well. Anyways, that's Sovia for you. Starter. I think there are a lot more. If you guys do have the time, then I totally recommend taking a look at this game because there's a lot more stuff in this game that I promise you might look maybe look. I personally, this game, I think all I can say is that this game is totally worth looking into, and if you have the time to, totally worth looking into this game, and probably grind max level if there is max level. Haven't looked into the game that much, but I do know that this game was recommended by a lot of people, and with Sovia comes a lot of newer things coming on. So yeah. Anyways, that's Sovia for you. So moving on to number 7. Moving on to number 7 is Chaos RPG 2. Chaos RPG 2 is, I believe if I'm correct, the sequel to Chaos RPG, which was a game made back in 2021. It was really it was pretty successful back in its day, reaching a maximum of over 70k visits, and since then since Chaos RPG 2 and ever since Chaos RPG 2 left people's minds, people forgot about it, and it wasn't until 2024 when they released Chaos RPG. Chaos RPG 2, actually. No, not Chaos RPG. Chaos RPG 2. Yeah. So Chaos RPG 2 is it uses Orion's RPG kit, and I think it's pretty well made from what I've seen so far. But I can't say for certain if people are willing to agree on that one. So clearly, they're going to be mixed opinions, but these are my opinions on the game as a whole, and saying what can be made about it. So that's Chaos RPG 2 for you. So what this game has that many RPG games don't there's not really much that this game has that many RPG games don't have. But what I will say though is it basically gives off a classic and modern style that many modern RPGs have made back in 2021 were, which is where Chaos RPG comes in. Chaos RPG was somewhat classic while at the same time still leaving it modern. So I'd say it was a well received game. So nonetheless. However, though, what I will say though is it wasn't the best in terms of its style or. I will say what I will say though is Chaos RPG 1 had a lot better design than Chaos RPG 2. That's my problem. And they haven't fixed that yet, haven't they? They really need to fix that because that's gonna cause some problems. But yeah, I forgot about that glitch. Okay, moving on. So okay, on second thought, maybe Chaos RPG. So yeah, that's number 7 for you. Even though some people, I'm just saying that. The only reason why I picked this at number 7 was because of how successful Chaos RPG 1 was, but I feel like Chaos RPG 2 could totally be a lot more better if I'm correct, but I didn't really, but that's why I didn't really put it that high on the list, but I still kind of kept it hot. I still kind of kept it normal, so that's number 7 for you, totally worth looking into if you guys want to. Let me just go to the Chaos Cave or to the Hollow Cave and just see if it looks a lot better there. And then we'll just head out. So yeah, Chaos RPG totally would be a lot better if if maybe the designs were a lot better. But then again, I don't really know the style, so I really wouldn't know. So there's chaos. There's that for you. Now then, that's number 7 for you. So that being said, let's hop right into number 6. Coming at number 6 is Exer RPG. Exer RPG is, I believe, I think it was made all the way back in. Yeah, it was made back in it was made back in January of 2024, and since then it has still, like Xenophobia, it is very highly underrated with over 1K visits and still nothing really to its name. Personally, I feel like this game would have gone. I would expect this game to get about at least 1,000, maybe 5,000. I don't know, but depending on how RPGs are gonna blow up, might blow up in the future. But personally, I don't know. But basically, Exer RPG is basically one of the more underrated RPG games that you may not find. I mean, sure, he didn't really mess with anything with the UI, but what he did do, though is told. But I think So basically, what I personally think about this game is this game doesn't really do well in terms of the UI style, but instead this will more so well with the designs in general. You may be wondering why I say that. Well, I mean, hello, design. Like, look at this. Designing in general is amazing because this is my cast you're talking about. So I'm not talking. So basically, I think I might have said Divine Devs, but I would apologize in advance if I did say that. But basically, it's not Divine Devs, it's my caster. So my caster was the person that made this game, and it's really It's a really well-made game, and personally, in my opinion, totally brings back the classic style of RPGs in 2018. So basically, according to the description, it basically says that this RPG is mainly inspired by some old RPG V1 RPGs I played years ago. And yeah, it has a lot of RPG, has a lot of lore and a lot of story behind this game apparently, and I didn't know that until now. So, but this game is still worth looking into if you guys want to have a nostalgia blast and looking at RPGs like that. However, what I will say about this game is that this game totally gets off vibes from many other RPGs I played in the past. What was it? I think it was Realm of the Fang, I think? I don't know. It was like Fang RPG? I don't know. But basically, that's the game for you. And this game right here, and this game has a lot of areas. Like, you need to, like, take a look at how many there are. So, if you guys want to have, like, I'm not sure, like, over 500, nearly 500 levels of content, this game is totally for you. So, now let me know what you guys think about this down below. But here we go. We got Swamplands, we got the Badlands, we got the Graveyard, we got the Depths, Viking Pass, the Moon, Castle Shard, Ninja Paradise, Hell's Entrance, Skyland, Snowstorm Fortress, Seletsky's Ken Temple. Dude, like, bro, there's a lot of content here, and yet not too many people know this game. Like, bro, there's gotta be, you gotta take a look at this game when you guys get a chance, honestly. Yeah, my caster does. Personally, I think totally would recommend this game. You guys want to take a look at this game by yourself. So yeah, and we got Zombie Outlaw. Holy crap! Yeah, so clearly this guy's style has changed a lot. And you're wondering why I mean changed a lot. Well, you guys may remember that back in 2022, was it? I think it was 2022 or was it 2021? I don't know. Yeah, 2022. Basically, in 2022, I ranked one of our Mighty Catchers games, Legends of Reality, and on number 10 in the 2022 top 10 RPGs. And it really wasn't the best. However, though, looking at his new style, I would say this game is totally a look at when you guys get a chance playing it. So, yes, it may not suit everyone's style, but however, though, these are just only the smaller areas. The bigger areas, the areas such as, let's say I think Midnight Plains. Yeah, Midnight Plains. Midnight Plains totally looks better. From what I heard, I did say that I didn't hear him that he did make Midnight Plains a lot more better. Robotics Inc., the tunnels, all that stuff. So if you guys want to have a look at this game, then totally worth looking into. Lots of content, totally recommend it. I haven't gone into it, but I personally think that it's a totally good game, and I think you would like this game a lot. Just please don't marry it. That's all I ask. But yeah, anyways, moving on to number 5. Coming in at number 5 is Tales of Calamity RPG. This game is made by Ocean Essence, the same guy that made, I believe, Bad RPG and Crystal RPG. Bad RPG, I think, was released in 2022, and Crystal RPG, I believe, released in 2021. I might have to check real quick. Let me actually check real quick, just so I don't get confused. and don't spread false information. So Bad RPG was released back in 2022. Yep, and if I correct, Chris RPG released back in 2021. I know him so well. Ocean. Okay, so yeah, Ocean's a well-known person in the community, especially the classic community. So he's also, I believe, worked with Stellalands before. So Stellalands, which is a really great game, which I totally recommend you guys look into it. But we'll get into that later. So Stellalands. So this game has a lot of content in it that a lot of people may not expect. And this game was actually made with Roblox RPG Kit, which I find impressive to say the least, because Roblox RPG Kit is an absolutely hard kit to work with, or is that science? I don't know. But Roblox RPG is a really hard game to work with, mainly because of the fact that the game is just. It's just because of the fact that the game has had so much of its It's just because of the fact that the game is Roblox RPG is kind of slowly deteriorating into something that a lot of people don't want to see. So a lot of people just don't want to revert to liking more. So yes, Roblox RPG Kit hasn't really been. Although it does have some. Roblox RPG does make a few other games well made. So, like, for example, I believe Eversign, not Droplet, but I believe Universal RPG, yeah. Universal RPG, if I'm correct, has gained popularity from Droplet RPG Kit, same with many RPGs. And Droplet RPG Kit is still worth looking into. It's just, the truth is just that the game, the thing is that the game isn't as big anymore. Or the kit isn't as big anymore now with many RPG games blowing up with Orion's RPG, which I find impressive. So, congrats to the people who've been able to make RPG games like this and all that stuff. So, nonetheless, though, I will say it's a really good game. I have heard about Ocean making a new RPG game called Voxel Chronicles. I'm correct. Voxel Chronicles basically, I think, should be based off Voxel Blade. So, yeah, I think it's a really well made game and totally worth looking into. If you guys haven't had time to look into this game, then what are you doing? Take a look at this game when you get a chance. Totally worth looking into. I know I haven't gone much into content in it, but nonetheless, I would say it's a really good game. So, even though I haven't played it mostly, I still think it's a good game to look into while in your free time. So, that being said, I'd say this game is a well-received game. Number 5. So, moving on to number 4. Coming in at number 4, if I'm correct. Yeah, number 4. Number 4 is Perason Stars RPG. Perason Stars RPG is, I believe, one of the best games of 2024, best RPGs of 2024 so far. With its lot of content, basically, I think it's just one of the best games of 2024 so far, at least in my eyes, when it comes to RPGs. And the reason why I say that is because if you think about it, this game gives off a style that many RPGs don't. It gives off a style of basically, it gives off like, I'm not sure how to say it, but it gives off like Ranger's Cave vibes that was made back in 2019. While at the same time giving off vibes from like the Sword Legacy, the Forsaken Sword Legacies, no, not Forsaken Sword Legacies, Tales of the Project Swords and many other stuff like that. So I personally think it's a really good game looking into it. And it also has a lot of custom areas too, secrets and all that stuff. It currently has over 80,000, no, not 80,000, I think like 100,000 levels gameplay. I was right, 80,000 levels gameplay. 80,000 level gameplay with basically different types of worlds. Like you got 6 worlds, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different types of worlds, 80,000 levels of gameplay. And a lot of people have already grinded the max level, but I haven't, so. But I can already tell this game is totally worth recommending and looking into. So, I know I haven't really played much of it, but I do know this game has had a lot of content updates and stuff like that. I think they're still working on the update game still. I think they just haven't been working on much because of just how other things have been recently. And I don't know. I mean, personally, I think they might continue the game if I'm correct. So, I really just don't know, honestly. But personally, from my opinion, I think this game is what really kickstarted many other RPGs in 2024 that was soon to be. So Divine RPG, Roxo World, and many other games like that. And personally, I think this game is totally worth looking into if you do have the chance, and would totally worth looking. I think you would totally enjoy this game if you do take a couple hours out of your day to play this game. And I think you could totally get nostalgia. And I totally think you'll get a nostalgia blast from this game, even though it's only been out for less than a month, for like less than a year, and it still gives us nostalgia blast because it reminds us of the old games that we played, Infinity RPG, Legend of Zominus, the Project Sword, and the Forsaken Sword Legacy. It's like, those games and stuff like that. And personally, I think these games are totally worth looking into in the future. And I think this game is worth looking into, especially if you're bored and have nothing else to play. Which I would be surprised if you haven't played this game yet, because this game has been out for quite a while now, and a lot of people have already grinded to the top of the Splinter Skies. So, like I said, worth looking into. And also, 2009 type areas like the Heights and the Badlands. Oh my god, this game is totally worth looking into. So, yeah, if you're a classic person that misses the classic style of Roblox and just can't wait and would rather not wait for the classic event to show up on Roblox, which by the way I think they're releasing soon. I don't know. Anyways, that's why I would say this game is totally worth recommending looking into if you guys want to take a look at it. So that's number 5 for you, or not 5. That's number 4 for you with Perason Stars RPG. So moving on to number 3. Coming at number 3 is Legend of Zominus RPG. You may be wondering why I picked Legend of Zominus despite not being released until back in 2000, not being released back in 2019, but rather just why I picked this instead of the other games. Well, this game has received a lot of updates in 2024, which I believe, which is also one of the games that a lot of people are starting to return to, even after this, because, well, the truth is, this game's a classic. Is literally one of the classic games that you might have seen back in 2019. Oh, no, not 2019. Let me take a look at how old it is. It's so old, even I can't remember. I think it was older than when I joined Roblox. Yeah, like a year before I joined Roblox, like 10 years ago. 10 years ago! So clearly this game has a lot of history and still going strong to this day, which I find impressive. So congrats Ultra and of course the many other people that have contributed to this game. And personally, I'm happy to see games like these come back and actually get some recognition. I'm just happy to see games like these get some recognition and just seeing like this. And personally, I feel like games like these deserve more I personally think that this is totally, if you're really wanting to look into making a game. If you were wanting to look at classic game styles, and Legend of Zelda is totally your thing. It was even was given the Eversign approval because Eversign was actually partnering with Ultra to make other content for the game. I don't know, or to promote his game a lot more. So clearly, this game is worth looking into. So, if it's Eversign approved, you totally know. Then you totally know this game is worth looking into too. And yeah. However, though, I will say, though, and I think the content in this game is a lot. Like, there's a lot of content in this game. From what I heard, I think it takes like a day. I think it can just take like over 12 hours to grind this game. So if you have a lot of time on your hands and you want to play this game, you will not get bored. Totally worth looking into, and I think you should totally play this game when you get a chance. And in my opinion, I think this game is totally. I'm happy to finally see classic RPGs come back in 2000. Come back. As much as I said, I haven't played the game. I haven't played Legends of the Lucky Irish ever. So, but what I will say though is I think this game is totally worth looking into if you are wanting to play this game. Also, I got a new sword. I will say though is I totally will consider making more videos on this game in the future. You guys want to? Because I do feel like some people are wanting me to make more videos on this. So, yeah. Anyways, that's Legends Zominus for you. A good classic game, a good classic remake of a better classic game. So, yeah, Legend of Zominus, aka Legend of Lucky Irish, totally worth looking into. Okay, moving on to number 2, which I think, number 2 was number 3. Let me take a look real quick. No, we're looking at number 2 now. Yeah, number 2. Alright, moving on to number 2. Coming in number 2 is Xenophobia RPG made by Cager, and Cager I think did really well with this. I feel like it deserves number 2 spot. You may be wondering, why did I make this number 2 instead of the lower ones? Well, I wouldn't really say I really would say it's really well received. I can say mainly because of the fact it's been well received by many other critics and RPG goers alike. It has a average rating of 94%, basically 10,000 likes and 500 dislikes. Like, bro, having 10,000 likes and less than 1,000 dislikes, that's impressive for an RPG, especially one that's made in today's era. So clearly he did something well. He did pretty well this game. So that being said, that's basically our Divine RPG. Divine RPG has a lot of So Divine RPG has a lot of content. It doesn't have much content in it, but it does have something in it that a lot of people may not really expect it to see in many RPGs. Style, and just the execution he made on this game was really well made, and especially to think that this game was also, if I'm correct, I think this game is really also well received by many people. I also think this game is a really good game, mainly because of the fact that and also just mainly because of the fact that this game is, I believe I'm correct. I also think this game is also a good game because it also is, it just gives off a style that yells, "Hey, I'm something different. Take a look at me." So it's totally different, and it has a lot more of a bolder style. Like Divine RPG 2 is something that not many other RPGs have. They have group benefits. They also have super bosses. They also have so basically go to Divine. There's also some compatibility with also Divine RPG 1. In case you're wondering what Divine RPG 1 is, it's also one of the best rated games, one of the more underrated games back in 2021. Or was it 2020? I can't remember. But basically, what I'm gonna say is that this game gives you a lot of content. So with a lot of content comes a lot of comes a lot of time to play the game, and totally worth looking into. I also think this game is tough. I consider this game to be a successor of Divine RPG 1 and RPGs coming in the future. However, what I will say though is there is actually another RPG game that I think that actually seems to be a lot more underrated than this game. Surprising, I know. As much as I say this game is a great game, but there's another game that seems to be more underrated that some people have picked as the most underrated RPG on Roblox, or the most underrated game on Roblox to this day. And you may have heard of it before, but I may have said it in the past, but I'm just gonna go over it in this today, and but I'm just gonna go over it, and which is why we're gonna go over another one spot to take the cake as the number one RPG on this list, and also the best RPG of 2024 so far, is the underrated game that many people probably didn't see coming, but wanted to see eventually. Stellads Beta RPG. Or Stellads RPG Beta? No, Stellads. Basically, Stellads made by Flagman and Jimmy, I believe, in Cybernamics. And I believe Spaceman? I don't know. But basically, a lot of people have say this game this game was considered the most underrated RPG game of 2024, or I think, or better yet, the most underrated RPG of 2000 and of Roblox of this year. Like, not Roblox RPG, but Roblox game, if I'm correct. So this game is one of the most underrated RPG games you will probably find. If you're wondering why I say this, it looks like Sovia. It looks like Sovia. It totally looks like ripped off. Well, it does look like Sovia in some way. I wouldn't compare it to Sovia because Sovia and Sovia have a little different mobs. These guys have QBs, and oh my god, this is totally worth looking into. So yeah, you can clearly tell that. This is really one of it has a lot of fourth wall. So basically, this game has a lot of styles that many RPGs have that this RPG so basically this RPG has a lot of things that many RPGs don't have. I mean, sure, it has currency, it has everything you may need. You have armor, you have armor, accessories, crafting, quests, and a damn inventory system. However, what you may not expect is a different currency system than the usual gold. Behold, studs. Studs are the way of making coins. They're basically act like let's say like dollar bills in some way, shape, or form. So basically they're basically act like tiers. So basically, copper studs are a tier, silver studs another tier. So basically, you got common, uncommon tier of currency, and I believe you can sell them to get more stuff. And also think that this game is totally worth looking into too, considering it has a lot of content in this game that many people also may not expect. It also has amazing design style, considering if you guys are into the classic style. This has a lot of content you guys may not have expected this game to have, personally. So, it has a lot more stuff than what it looks like. So, let's see here. There's also, So yeah, there's a lot. So yeah, this game was made from the bottom ups, and I think this game is totally worth looking into. Oh, hi, what hello there. So yes, that is the Mousies. There are different types of mobs here. We got Mousies, we got QBs, we even got, I think, Wedgies. Wedgies, that's an interesting type of name, Wedgies. I'm not sure why you would want to call your name Wedgies, but that's that for you. Or I think these calls are called Wedgies, right? Yeah, these are called Wedgies. Oh my god. And there's also a lot of fourth wall breaks, a lot of Easter eggs to look into, probably more content than you guys totally would have looked into. And I didn't say, and I wasn't paid by Flagman himself just to say keep this in their one, personally. I just picked this myself because this game deserves more content than I feel like more people would imagine. This game was not only didn't really gain the attraction, not only gain the attraction of Perason, but also Chrism, Vianix, and many other RPG devs many other classic RPG devs that no one would expect to have returned. So clearly, this game has gained a lot of attraction from big names in the RPG community and beyond. So this game is totally worth looking into at the end of the day, especially if you're wanting to play, or especially if you're just wanting to check out a game that is different than a normal style you're used to, like thieves, bandit camps, and goblins, and all that stuff. So if you guys want to have a look at all those types of games, then this Stellarends is totally the thing for you. So yeah, that's why I picked Stellarends as number one, because it just gives off a different vibe than many RPG you see today. And personally, I feel like this game is worth looking into. And I also would like to mention that there are a lot of Easter eggs like that, for example, which I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, there you have it, I guess. There's also a Cupid, which is a mini boss, so there's a lot of things in this game. It's also open world, so the possibilities are basically endless. So yeah. Anyways, that's probably going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. So, overall, that's basically my list of the top 24, or top 10 RPGs of 2024. And don't worry, this next, I believe in about the next 6 months, which is December, we are going to be looking at about 6 months, I think, which is December, we'll be looking at the top RPGs of 2024, or not, of top 20 RPGs of 2024, just to see if we can find any more games that bear this. Probably there might not be, because there might not be games, but you may never know. There probably might be in their Stellarends too. I don't know. Who knows? But nonetheless, though, I think it's probably going to be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Guys, my post comment like this, and please be sure to subscribe, like, and turn on the bell on the channel. But you also miss you. And here's my post comment. Let's sure. I think I might repeat myself. I might have repeated myself, but I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And this beginning thing now. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this list down below. And yeah, have a good one.